So let's check the instructions for today. Computer discovery class. It has, where is it? Yeah. So it says Monday under the week of February 10th through 14th. Okay, we're gonna make a fruit basket. So the objective of this assignment is, why didn't I put the objective? Okay, so the objective is using two images and then manipulate them in a way that my basket will look like there are fruits in it. Understood? So if you look at the attachments, I have instructions, I have an empty basket, and I have a canvas with a bunch of fruits. We only need 5 of them. You don't have to do all of them. So the first thing, I'm going to read the instructions. It says go on photopea.com and then open basket and also open the basket and also the other image in the same fruit file in the same project. So let's go on Photopea. Okay, have this page. And then make sure you have the other Google Classroom instructions also in the other tab. Okay. So what we're going to do now is, so this is my Photopea. I have not created a project yet. Don't create anything yet. Now, go back to instructions, open the basket. Now, drag this basket onto Photopea tab until you get, don't drop it until you get here, okay? Drop it in the middle of your page in the Photopea. And you're supposed to have your basket open. We're going to repeat the same step for the fruits. So open the fruits, all right? Drag the same image, the other image, and do the same way. Drag it towards the tab. Do not release it until you get to the middle of the page and drop it. Now, for some reason, it's adding 2 layers of fruits. I don't need them. I just need 1. So you can delete this one. This one is unnecessary, extra. Make a right click and just delete it. I'm supposed to have 2 layers. 1 fruits, 2 background basket. Okay. One important detail, if you zoom in to the layer, you guys will see that this layer has a tiny square on the right bottom corner. It indicates that this is a smart object. I do not need a smart object. I need a raster-based image. So since it's a smart object, it's going to give us some difficult time when we try to cut things out from it. That's why what we're going to do is just use your mouse, make a right click on this layer, and then click on rasterize. So we need to turn this object, smart object, into raster-based image. Now you see the square is gone, indicating that this is a raster-based image. Please do so. All right, so now next step, what we want to do is, you see this background basket? We want to uncheck this. Make it invisible by unchecking this eye. Okay, now next step, I'm going to click on this fruit layer. I want to get rid of the background color, which is white. The best way to do it, since they're all in the same canvas, the best way to do it is using magic wand. So if you look in the instructions, I actually have the images of the tools you're going to use. All right, I tried to make it maximum easy to understand. But again, there's still some people may not find it easy. Anyways, so this is called a magic wand. Magic wand selects or a light color, similar colors. Since it's white for all fruits, I'm going to just click on where it's white on the layer, fruit layer. You see, click on the white. You see, it's all white has been selected. Then you need to delete it. What's the way to delete it? Using the backspace key on your Chromebook, or delete key. There. See, the background is gone. Now I cannot do further work until I cancel the selection. How do I cancel the selection? I need to do deselect under select menu, or you can use a shortcut Control D. Remember this shortcut. Control D is the shortcut for deselect, because if you don't deselect, you cannot do any further work because it's going to give you trouble. That's what I have a lot with students. A lot of them forget to deselect it. Now, at this point, I need to pick 5 fruits. I'm going to start with a pear. So for pear, it doesn't really matter which selection you use, guys. You can use rectangle. Since it doesn't have a background, you can use rectangle, you can use ellipse, you can use lasso select. So I'm going to use each, okay, so that you guys know. So for rectangle, you can just include in a rectangle like this. Since pear doesn't have a background, when you cut it, it's still going to be with no background image. Okay, now make a right click. Make a right click on the selection, and then you need to choose option layer via cut. Now, how do I know it's been cut? Because I have an extra layer here. If you uncheck it, you will see that the pear will disappear because it is in a different layer, and I'm making it invisible. You see? So now this was my goal. My goal was to cut out each fruit, put them in a different layer. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the second fruit. So this time I'm going to use ellipse select. Same thing. You just need to select the fruit and include it in a circle like this. Okay. But before you make a right click, you need to make sure it is in the right layer because it's not in the fruits layer. Click on fruits layer, only then you make a right click on the selection. And then choose again the same option, layer via cut. Now I have my apple. To confirm it's been cut, just make it invisible, and then as you can see, I don't see the apple and I don't see the pear. You just keep them invisible until the end. All right? So next, what we're gonna do next, again, we're gonna click on the fruit layer and just continue doing the same process until we have 5 fruits. I'm gonna go with mango next. For mango, the vice thing will be using an ellipse because it's an elliptical shape. So just use ellipse and just include it in the ellipse like this and cut it out. Right click, layer via cut, and then uncheck it to see if it's been cut. Yes, it's been cut. All right. Now, mission accomplished for 3 fruits. We need 2 more fruits. Now, for the grape, I'm going to use it different selection to lasso. Same thing. It just want to show you different ways of using different selections. So I'm going to use my pen and then draw a line around the grape to mark it like this. And then as you can see, it's been selected, but make sure it is on the fruits layer before you perform to right click. And then again, layer via cut. So how many fruits I have now? 4. There's one more I need. I'm going to go with banana. For banana, I will use again lasso, but if you look on the bottom of the banana, there's still a grayish area which hasn't been deleted. So I want to make sure I don't include that area when I select the banana. So just follow the edges of banana to exclude that grayish area. And there you go. My banana has been selected. Make sure you are in the fruits layer again because I'm cutting out from that layer. Right click, layer via cut. Now I have all necessary fruits. At the end, since I have 5 of them, I don't need this layer anymore. I'm talking about this layer. I can just delete it because that's extra. So just make a right click on that layer and delete it. Now I have all my layers. I have my basket and I have 5 different fruits. Okay. Now let's pause it for a minute at the end. So now, since we have all these 5 fruits, I need to switch to Move Tool. The shortcut to Move Tool. This is the Move Tool, by the way, guys. Okay. So the shortcut is letter V, as you can see on the pop-up menu. So press on letter V and just bring this fruits closer down like this. So I will make some of the fruits smaller. Mango is way too big. So let's make it smaller. If this little boxes around your mango doesn't show up, it's because you have not checked transform controls in here. So you have to make sure it's checked. If it's unchecked, you're not going to see it. So just check this. And after that, I'm able to make my fruit smaller or rotate it. So smaller. And by the way, if you need to make more copies of the fruit, feel free to make more copies. For example, grape is way too big. Let's make it smaller. So I'm going to make several copies of a grape. For example, grape. You can either do right click on that layer that you're duplicating and then click on duplicate layer, or you can use a shortcut. The shortcut to duplicate the current selected object is Control J. When you do that, it's going to make a copy and you are able to move your fruit aside. So I'm going to click on pair, Control J to make a copy, move it down here, click on apple. Okay. Where's my apple? There's my apple. Control J to make a copy, move it down here, and also make a copy of banana. Where's banana? Here. This is banana. Control J, and move this also up here. All right, as you can see, bunch of fruits. Control J, put the pair here. So, does it look like it's in the basket? It doesn't, right? Not really. Now, let's make it look like in a basket. So, look what I have here. I have a basket, and I have lots of fruits above that layer. So, basket layer lays on the bottom. Above it, I have a bunch of fruits with fruit layers. Now, what you're gonna do next is you're gonna duplicate this basket. So, make a right click on the basket layer and duplicate that layer. Now, how many baskets I have now? 2. So here's the idea. One basket has to lay on the top of the layers. One has to be on the bottom of the layer. It's like a sandwich. One layer goes all the way up. Just drag it all the way up. Okay, like a sandwich. And then one lays all the way on the bottom. All the fruits go in between these two baskets. So this is the idea, guys. This is the last step. Use either lasso or ellipse, doesn't matter. I'm going to use lasso. If you guys cut out this portion of the basket, okay, only this portion, carefully follow the edges, like this. If you cut it out like that, and then you delete that, this is how it's going to look like. It's going to look like fruits are in the basket. All right? Again, showing you again. Undoing it. So, I have a layer, 2 layers here, right? I need to move one layer up all the way to the top so that it will be like a sandwich. One layer of basket on top, one layer of basket on the bottom, and all the fruits are in between, like a sandwich. Now, if you click on the top layer and then you cut out this portion, it also says in the instructions, guys. Look, if you look in the instructions, you're going to see that. Look, I told you which portion you have to cut. I made it like maximum clear. All right. If you cut out this portion of the basket, you're going to see that fruits will look like they are in the basket. Now, this time I'm going to use ellipse select. So here, one student used the ellipse. So I'm going to use ellipse select like this. All right. I'm going to cut it out and delete. Backspace. I also need to delete this portion too. Delete. All right. Also this, oops, Control D. Also need to delete this portion too. Delete. And also this portion as well. Delete. And maybe this portion as well. Delete. And just tiny bit of this corner. Delete. All right. Now, as you can see, fruits look like they are in a basket. Even if you move one fruit, look, I'm going to move this pear. It's going to get into the basket. You see, I'm moving it. Or this one going inside the basket. So this is called manipulation. All right. Now, this basket is on top. Look, I'm going to uncheck this basket. See how it's going to look like. You see, I just cut this portion. All right. Oh, there you go. This is your assignment. You just need to save it as JPG and upload it. Thank you for listening.